What's up, guys? On this glorious Cocktober day, I'm going to be reviewing Don't Tell Mom, The Babysitter's Dead from 1991. This is recommended by my buddy Dustin, and thanks a lot for the recommendation, man. For some reason, I've heard a lot of buzz about this lately. On the Sausage Factory show, there was a one of the last shows we did on there. There was someone like clamoring for our thoughts on this movie, and I just kind of thought it was bizarre. But anyway, it was one of his favorite movies. I can't remember his name. I'm sorry about that, but yeah, I think we all watched this back in the day because of Christina Applegate. You know, this was when she was on fire with Married with Children and everything, and you know, she was the hottest thing on the block at the time. And yeah, I never really enjoyed this film. I saw it a couple times back in the day, you know, on cable and stuff, and never really enjoyed it very much. I think this time that I watched it, I got the most enjoyment out of it I ever have. There was a few little some snarky jokes in there that I didn't catch the first time around, or the first few times around. But yeah, this is directed by Stephen Herrick. Of course, stars Christina Applegate, Jonah Cassidy. Let's see, I was trying to find the young kid's name. Let's see, I'm trying to see if this is him. Yeah, Christopher Pettit. He plays one of the siblings as well. David Duchovny's in there, young David Duchovny, an early role for him. John Getz, just chock full of faces you would recognize. But when I watched it this time around, I said, that little girl looks like Danielle Harris. Sure enough, fucking Danielle Harris is in this. I had no idea. But yeah, so, you know, an early role for her as well. But what I wanted to mention was Christopher Pettit. I'm not really familiar with him. He did Point Break, did this film, some other stuff when he was younger, and then he looks real similar to like a young Leonardo DiCaprio, a la Growing Pains. But apparently, like, his drug use was so bad that they had to cut out a good bit of his film, a good bit of his role in the film, a good bit of his scenes, because his drug use was so bad that I don't know if they couldn't get him on set, or he was just too loaded on set, or whatever. But he's like a 12-year-old kid at the most, at 12. Maybe he's just one of those dudes that looks really young, but it's like, god damn. Anyway, he died of a drug overdose, so I mean, you know, shockingly enough, he started pretty young. But I just thought that was so bizarre. I read that in the trivia, and I was like, who is that guy? And then I was like, that's that young brother. It's like not the youngest, but the second to youngest brother. And yeah, I just thought that was so bizarre. Anyway, what this film is about, the mom of this, it's a teenage daughter, teenage son. They're like in high school, and then some younger kids. They're you know, scattered throughout ages. The youngest one's probably 8 or 10 years old, and she goes out of town to visit her boyfriend, or goes out of the country to Australia to visit her boyfriend, and hires a nanny to stay with them during I guess this is the summer or some shit. But hires a nanny. The nanny's like a huge bitch, and you know. Good news for the kids, she dies, and they like kind of drop her off at the morgue. Like, they just say, nice old lady, you know, and drop her off there, and kind of unrealistic. But you know, then they kind of have the run of the house. You know, they're on their own, doing their own shit, and the brother is a huge stoner. The teenage brother, the high school age brother, however old he is, he's a huge stoner, you know, very 90s, long hair, you know, kind of got the Bill and Ted Surfer talk going on. Anyway, all the money that they had for the duration of the time the mom was going to be gone, they accidentally dropped it off with the old lady. So somebody's got to get a job. It's Christina Applegate. Her name is Sue Ellen in this film. It's a great name, huh? But anyway, Sue Ellen's got to go get a job, and she works at this burger joint for a little bit, and then you know, meets a guy there, and that eventually becomes her love interest in the film. And you know, she doesn't like that job. She quits, and then goes and she's applying for like a receptionist position at this I don't know what the hell it is, some like clothes designer place, some shit like that. And anyway, it turns out that the boss lady there likes her so much that she wants her to be her executive assistant. So starts doing that, realizes that there is a petty cash, and starts dipping into the petty cash to feed the kids at home, her brothers and sisters. And yeah, that's pretty much it. She's playing a 17-year-old girl in this film, and I was reading in the trivia that she gained a whopping 10 pounds to play this girl, and I don't know how old Christina Applegate would have been in 91. Let's see, she would have been 20, so she was 20 playing a 17-year-old. Not too big of a stretch, but gained a whopping 10 pounds to be the freshman 15, Sue Ellen. So, but yeah, and then obviously she's got to keep it a secret from everybody that she's young and all this shit, and family troubles go on. Anyway, it all works out in the end. The brothers and sisters, figure out they love each other, all that good stuff. But yeah, this is definitely one of those films that a lot of people have nostalgia for, and yeah, I didn't dislike it. The older I get, the more I really enjoy watching stuff from that period of time, because that was I grew up during that time, and I just loved the late 80s, early 90s so much. But yeah, cool film. Thanks for the recommendation, Dustin. Be back tomorrow with another review. Peace out.